Hey guys, it's Libby from Silverdingo, and today I'm going to share with you some tips to stay healthy for the new year. My resolution is to try to eat healthier, more fresh food, and I started by planting this garden with my mum. There's a whole lot of vegetables and herbs, and we also got a beehive, well, 2 beehives put in, and we're getting a third one. And they're just going to give us some fresh manuka honey and pollinate all our plants so then we can have lots of fresh food. And I'm also going to show you, this was the manuka honey. There's the wax on top and the manuka honey is coming down to the bottom, and it is so nice. It is really sweet and tastes very strongly of honey. You need to keep fit and do exercise, so you need to warm up every time. It does not matter how professional you are, so you can do some jogging or skipping. And then I'm also going to show you 3 workout ideas. It is based on CrossFit, it is quick, and it is hard out instead of long and boring like running on a treadmill. So here we go. Here's workout 1: 20 star jumps, 15 lunges, 10 squats. And I kind of look like a weirdo here, but remember when you're squatting to keep your back as straight as you can, push your knees out and squat low. Remember to put your hips just below your knees. 20-meter jog, and then you repeat that 3 times and you can time yourself, see how fast you can go. The second workout was kind of meant to be for your arms, so you start off with 10 push-ups and make sure your chest touches the ground, and then try to keep in a straight back plank position when coming up, although you can dip a little bit because it's really hard to do a push-up. And then 3 kick-up handstands, or just handstands on the ground. Any way you can do a handstand. Then do 30 skips, and then do as many rounds as possible of this in 5 minutes. This workout is kind of an abs sort of workout, so you're going to start with 20 sit-ups, and remember to touch behind your head and to your toes. Then do 5 5-second hollow holds, so you're on your back, and then you just lift your shoulders and arms and your legs off of the ground, and you have to hold that for 5 seconds. And then do a 20-second plank hold, so like the start of a push-up, and you just hold that, pushing up through the shoulders, keeping a straight back for 20 seconds. And then you do 10 half bridges, which is kind of, I don't even know, just pushing up with the pelvis, and this is a good glutes workout. Repeat all the exercises I've just showed you for workout 3, and repeat those 3 times, and then you're done. Remember to drink lots of water after your workout, and basically any time of the day, because I think a lot of people don't drink as much water as they think they need. At least drink 1 drink bottle a day, I think is good. I'm going to show you some snack ideas if you're hungry after your workout. Some fruit balls are good. They're natural dried fruit and nuts, or these Little Bird macaroons, although they are quite pricey, but if you want that. Then I'm going to show you how to make a smoothie. Well, you probably already know, but this is the one I made. Just some banana, strawberry, blueberries, bit of juice, and a bit of milk for protein. It is a great snack, drink, kind of refueling thing for after a workout. And this one was very delicious. And here's another snack idea. I'm trying to be healthier, but I'm still having cheese on my crackers. So these crackers are just seeds and I don't even know, but they're very low in saturated fat and sugar, so they're not that bad for you, and I also add some pickles on them. And here is a lunch idea. I've just got some chicken that is left over from the night before and some bacon, and I'm going to be cooking those, well, just reheating the chicken, but cooking the bacon. And then I've got some salad, so I'm going to cut up some lettuce, tomato, and cucumber, and carrot, and then I'm going to put some pesto on top, and it's going to be delicious. The last thing I want to show you in this video is how to make these date chocolate paleo balls. So you're going to start out by soaking your dates, although mine were medjool dates, so I probably didn't need to do this. And then in a food processor, I'm putting 200 grams of, it's like a mix between coconut and almonds, although you can just use coconut or you can use different nuts. And then I also have 30 grams of cacao powder or cocoa powder, whichever one you have. And then I'm going to put my dates in there. That is 200 grams of dates, and then adding 50 grams of coconut oil, and you can see I'm blending it in between when I put the dry and the wet ingredients. And then you're going to blend that until it's kind of like a paste, and you can roll it together, and I'm rolling it into balls and then putting it in a lined container. It has greaseproof paper, although on the bottom I put baking paper because I literally have no idea the difference between them, but apparently one of them is more expensive, so I used greaseproof paper for the rest of it. Then you refrigerate that for about 30 minutes and then you can enjoy them. I store them in the fridge to keep them nice. And remember, these are still a treat, even though it's paleo and it's better for you, it's still got sugar in it in the dates. So do not eat them all at once. Bye!